In our last video, we started our first test with Mocha and Chai by testing a simple add function that just adds two numbers. We set up our project, we created our first test, and we made sure that our test actually fails. In this video, we are going to make this test pass by writing the implementation for the add function, and we are also going to add a new feature to this function. After you finish this video, you will have a basic practical understanding of how to use Mocha and Chai in a very simple test. We will be able to leverage this when we will start to test a smart contract in the next section. This video is part of a full course on smart contract testing on Hit the Blocks Pro. In this course, I'll teach you how to use the test-driven development approach to develop your smart contract with the Truffle framework. If you want to have access to the source code of the free episode, go to the website of Hit the Blocks Pro and create a free account by clicking on sign up. Alright, so let's first fix our failing test. So let's go to our implementation. So that's the mat file. And here our add function is empty. So very simply, we are going to return a plus b. Okay, and then go back to the terminal and we're going to rerun our test. And this time our test is passing. So we are going to add a new feature to our function. So we want to take care of an edge case where when we call this function, one of the arguments is not a number. In this case, the function should return false instead of trying to add two things that should not be added. So let's go back to the test file and we are going to first write a new test for this. So below our first test, let's write another test. So we call it, and here we basically describe the expected behavior. So should return false if argument is not number. And then we have our callback function. We open the curly braces and close it here. Okay. So we're going to start by arranging our data. So first, let's define A, which is a number, and this time B will not be a number, but it will be an object. Okay, so after we need to execute the function. So exactly like in the previous test, we add A and B. And this time we are going to assert equal that the actual value should be false. Okay, so let's go back to our terminal and rerun our test, and this time our test should fail. So yeah, we have one passing test and one failing test. So that's good. So now let's go to our implementation to fix this failing test. So here we're going to add a checking condition to make sure that A and B are both numbers. So if type of A is different from number or type of B is different from number, then let's just return false. All right. And now let's run the test again. And this time our two tests are both passing, so everything is working fine. We are done for this practical example of how to write a simple test with Mocha and Chai. In the next video, I am going to introduce you the testing framework for smart contract of Truffle, and in particular how it integrates with Mocha and Chai.